Well, good morning, YouTube. All right, guys, today is Sunday. If you guys saw the camping trip, this is basically immediately after editing that video and getting it uploaded. I've still had a couple hours of daylight left, and I wanted to get back onto this project. Remember in last week's, we did a little bit of digging up here, kind of some bulldozing, so to speak, but we never got around to moving this pile. And the reason for that was some of that stuff I needed to do with the bucket. But to move this pile of crap and these logs, the forks are really what I need. And if you guys remember in previous videos, my fork setup and my bucket setup is a pin-on, not quick attach. It is very difficult and a pain in the butt to switch them out sometimes. So I kind of avoid doing it. But I had an idea, and we're gonna see if this works. I'm gonna show you what I just did. Now, I know some of you right now are going, Adam, that is pretty ghetto. What are you thinking? Well, I'm thinking ease. I really only need the forks on here for a few minutes to move those items. So I had this kind of horn hook up here, so I just chained it there, picked it up, and used chains down here to wrap around the bucket and bind it from moving too much. Now, they're not fully stationary. There's some wiggle in them, but we're not moving really critical loads. There's a couple landscape ties and a couple logs. As long as I can get them up and get them back to the burn pile or wherever else I decide to put them, I'll be happy. So let's give this a go, see if it works. Well, it was a little tricky getting it up, but luckily there were some small trees just past it, and I kind of rolled it up the trees and tilted it back, and I finally got it up in the air. The problem is I got my front tire down in a hole, and now I don't have enough traction to get out because I've only got a two-wheel drive tractor. And I don't want to put it down, so I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I might have to go grab the truck and use the other chain and just pull the tractor back very slowly. Oh, I don't know if I can squeeze through with that log there. I'm up against the tractor tire. Past the tractor tire, but I think I'm up against this big rock and stuff over here. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So I can't move this log, it's too heavy and it's already kind of wedged in. So I locked the hubs in a four-wheel drive. I'm gonna drop it in low and see if I can't crawl over this log and hopefully not slide the Excursion right into the tractor. I don't have two vehicles stuck blocking my driveway. We don't want that. It's going. Set it down as gentle as possible. I'm trying to keep keep an eye on the back. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm trying to watch my mirror. Ooh, just squeezed by. All right, now I'm up against the log with the back. All right, I don't know how good any of that footage came out, but now I'm in a spot where I can hook to the tractor, pull it. Got my other chain laying right here. All right, chain is all hooked up. Tractor is in neutral. Now I actually put the brake on the tractor because the brake kind of sucks. And I don't think it's gonna stop me from pulling it out, but I'm hoping that it will stop the tractor from rolling once I get it up out of the hole and the load or the weight is taken off of the excursion. Let's give it a try. Ooh, trying to pull the tractor sideways. Not quite what I was hoping. All right, so I moved that log a little bit, hoping that the front tire will miss it, but it's about all I can move it. I mean, if I really tried, I might be able to move it some more. This would definitely be easier if I had a second person here, someone to drive the tractor instead of just leaving it in neutral, someone to steer the wheel. All right, well, let's try this again. I'm actually gonna steer my wheel a little to the right so that I'm not pulling the tractor as much to the side. Up, stop rolling. Stop rolling. All right, at that point, I think the tractor can power itself out. All right, slacked up on the chain, it didn't roll, but just to be safe, I'm gonna lock the brake anyways. And our log is still in tow. And although that worked well, it didn't work perfect. I noticed that my chain has slacked up. This was run under the bucket and now it is loose. So I'm gonna have to make some adjustments, tighten her all up a little bit better there. But I think all in all, we'll be able to get the job done as long as I can keep the tractor out of the holes. And like this longer one here, I'll obviously need to drag it up onto the driveway first and probably cut it at least in half, maybe into thirds before I can get it dragged back there. Well guys, you can see that it works, but it's very challenging because that fork setup doesn't want to stay still. And I don't know if you guys caught it on camera or not, but we have sprung a hydraulic leak, a big one. I could smell it, couldn't figure out what it was. I started looking and realized the ground was wet. And apparently the last couple times I went in and out, I was spraying fluid and I don't know where from yet. So that may put a damper on our project for the day, but it's starting to get dark now. Anyways, I don't know if you see back here behind me, but the sun is right there. It's almost all the way down. Let me look at this and see what's wrong. Walking up on this side, this whole side up here is coated. It was coming from up high. Now there is a feed line up here that comes down. I'm gonna have to pop the hood and look. Well, it's really hard to tell, but you see the whole top is coated with oil, but the top of the actual oil tank is not. But there is a hose over there on that side that you really can barely see right there. I think that connector has failed or come undone. The thing is, I can't get to it right here to fix it. I'm gonna move my tripod out of the way. I am going to fire the tractor up and dump this as quick as I can and get the tractor up by the shop, which is only right there. It's not very far, but we're gonna lose quite a bit of fluid in the time being. But you know what? I don't even know how old all that hydraulic oil was. Time for fresh stuff, I guess, right? Well, I guess that's going to cut this video short today, guys. I'm not going to fix it tonight. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and maybe we'll have better luck next time. Anyway, so see you next time. Keep those engines running.